Hello, welcome to episode number 488 of the TEW 2020 Challenge Run. It's going to be ECW for week 4 of February 2024, and, we're following on from the events of the Elimination Chamber, which actually was very big for ECW. Roman Reigns defended against his cousin Jey Uso, thanks to a betrayal from his twin brother Jimmy. Also inside the Women's Elimination Chamber match, Julia retained the ECW Women's Championship, but then at the end of the night, it was confirmed that Florence, the Royal Rumble winner, was using her opportunity to wrestle Julia for the championship at WrestleMania. So, we've got some big WrestleMania implications, and tonight we have a television championship match. Cesaro challenges ZSJ for the belt, and a whole lot more. We've got a lot of explanations from, Florence and Jimmy and Hikaru Shida. So without any more further ado, let's jump straight into tonight's show. This is a very lore-filled episode of ECW. Hence to the point where, we've only got 4 matches taking place tonight because I need to make room for a lot more lore. But Roman makes his way out with Paul Heyman. And he goes, I can't remember where we are. Legacy, wherever Legacy Arena is. Probably somewhere in Florida because I clicked southeast. So Tampa, Florida. Acknowledge me. Now, I know all of y'all are heartbroken that your tribal chief stands here still ECW champion, but don't worry. It's fine. Life's good. Okay, because your hero, Jey Uso, he'll always have that pinfall victory over the tribal chief at the Royal Rumble. He'll always have that when he goes down in obscurity as the forgotten Uso. Because you see, when this bloodline first formed 2 years ago, Jey, he wasn't around. Jey, he got knocked loopy. Okay, and he was gone for a year. And Jimmy, he was the bloodline member. He was the cousin that I took in. And I said, Jimmy, I can make you forget about your twin brother. You can become Jimmy Uso, the Uso, here in WWE. But somewhere along the way, his head got turned. Somewhere along the way, he listened to the ramblings of his twin brother. And I get it, that's your twin. You've been together since the womb. But now, it's nice to know that you've finally seen the light. It's nice to know that I now can welcome once and for all my favorite Uso, my favorite cousin, Jimmy Uso. Out comes Jimmy. New theme, new drip. He gets into the ring. He daps up Roman Reigns. And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Uso is now in your city. He goes, now, I've been hearing it all week. Jimmy, why? Why would you kick your own twin brother in the head? Why would you do that, Uso? Huh? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Jey, I've been there, Uso. I still love you. You're my brother. You'll always be my brother, Uso. Now, I see what that ECW championship and what being head of the table and having this power, Uso, I see now it changed him. I don't want that to be you, Uso. I had to stop it. I had to prevent you from becoming this toxic tribal chief that he's become, Uso. I couldn't lose you too. Because God forbid, having one toxic piece of trash cousin was enough. I didn't want that to be my brother too, Uso. So Jey, I know you're sitting at home somewhere hurting. Understandably so. Because I broke your heart. But if you're in the sound of my voice, Uso, please forgive me. And Roman starts laughing. He goes, what are you doing out here, Jimmy? Begging for forgiveness from Jey? No. Let Jey rot, Uso. You're the field star here. You're the real Uso. Main event Jimmy Uso. That's you. But you just gotta let me know one thing, Jimmy. 'Cause you talked a lot of smack about your tribal chief just now. I don't appreciate that. So, Jimmy, I'm gonna need you to know right here, right now. Are you back in the bloodline? 'Cause I extend my olive branch to you, my new right-hand man. And Jimmy sort of just stands there, he looks at the hand. He looks like he's contemplating it over. Out come the hurt business. And he's like, man, can you shut your dumb asses up? Listen here, no one's got time for family drama here on ECW. That ain't what this show's about. This show's about fighting. And if Roman Reigns ain't gonna fight, then I suggest we crown a new ECW World Champion. Now, Jay could have been the champion right now, but he's not, because his dumbass brother decided to betray him. But that ain't no problem, because I see the tribal chief in the ring right now. The Almighty sees the tribal chief in the ring right now. He sees that championship over your shoulder. Roman Reigns. Tonight, the Almighty Bobby Lashley has a championship opportunity that he can use, and he's cashing that in right here, tonight, in the Legacy Arena. Everyone's like, no, absolutely not. Wise man, tell him. He's like, my tribal chief, MVP is correct. The Almighty Bobby Lashley does have an ECW championship opportunity that he can call against the tribal chief. So tonight, my tribal chief, you will defend the ECW championship against Bobby Lashley. Roman sort of looks across in shock. Lashley's smiling. So that is tonight's new main event for the ECW championship. Roman Reigns against the Almighty. And we never got an answer from Jimmy, by the way. You know. Oh shit, that means this 92 rated match, the television championship match, gets bumped to the opening match, which actually means a more fitting place for it, because this is where all the blue matches hang on ECW. In 1847, ZSJ once again escapes. He rolls up Cesaro, he hits a cool looking cradle, pins it to make defense number 7 of the television championship. Both men score 92s. Holy shit, that's like incredible. And the match gets a 92 as well, rather appropriately. But yes, ZSJ does pick up the win in a hard-fought battle against Cesaro here tonight. And then get a quick backstage segment. Florence is shown arriving at the building earlier on tonight, when she's greeted by Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport is an old friend, old stablemate of Florence, you know. So her being here and like Florence having an ally on ECW felt like a nice thing to do. So yeah. Blair, I guess, is a soft babyface turn for her because she has been a heel up until this point, but maybe it's not. Maybe she's just a heel and is friends with Florence. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. Then see Adam Cole and the Paragon backstage. Goes, congratulations, Dolph Ziggler. Congratulations, Dolph Ziggler. It's not often people play Adam Cole, baby. Now listen here. Maybe I had better expectations of you because I thought, hey, you know, maybe Dolph, he's got to accept this opportunity to join the Paragon, because what's Dolph Ziggler doing right now without the grand jury by his side? He's doing nothing. Okay? So I thought, you know, Adam Cole, baby, extending the olive branch out to Dolph Ziggler to create this super group, the Super Paragon. Hell, his old friend Bobby Roode's here as well. But apparently Dolph Ziggler, he's above that. But it's fine. Okay? Because the Paragon, we never needed Dolph Ziggler. We're going to dominate without Dolph Ziggler. So from here on out, no more mentions of Dolph Ziggler in the Paragon. It's not happening. We won't even say his name.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
And Braun Strowman. And I go, can I help you? You know, I was just walking around here with my friend Braun, and you said my name. It was great, okay. I forgot that, you like to linger around here in case you can jump out of people unsuspected like that. But okay, I see you and your stupid tag team. You think because you got a 7-foot monster by your side that the Fritz brothers, David and Kevin Fritz, aren't going to beat your ass tonight? If you want to step into this tag team division alongside your monster, be prepared to boot tag team wrestling royally. Okay, baby? So yeah, I guess tonight, Joman taking on the Paragons, David Fritz and Kevin Fritz. Should be a hoot. We then head back to the ring, where Matt Gardner and Kurt Hawkins are in the ring. We've heard enough of all this. You see, we are the most dominant, the most dangerous, the most extreme tag team in the history of WWE. And these damn Dudleys, they've been dodging us for weeks now. And quite frankly, I've had enough of it. Quite frankly, Bubba, Devon, get your asses out here right now, because we're challenging you to a match. They don't appear physically, they appear via satellite. They go, hey, I don't know if you've noticed too much, Matt, but Dudley boys, we've been semi-retired recently, you can't really just call us out, expect us to accept a fight on a whim like that, because, we're gonna get time to prepare because we may be the damn Dudley boys, but we're getting on a little bit. We can still be your stupid asses any day of the week. But I hear there's an interesting event coming up soon in a city very close to ECW. But you gotta earn a shot to get there, Cardona. So how about next week you can face the Dudley boys, but not Bubba Ray and Devon. You can face the next generation of Dudley boys, the next generation of ECW. The spawn of my brother, are they twins? Twin sons, Terrell and Terrence, the new TNT Dudley boys. And if you can beat the next generation of Dudley, then Matt, Kurt, will consider stopping by ourselves and showing you who the real kings of Extreme really are. So yeah, next week, Terrell and Terrence Dudley, they are I do have them in NXT, so they are just a call-up. Well, not a full-time call-up, but just a one-time call-up, because they fit the story. Devon's twin sons will be facing off against Matt Cardona and Kurt Hawkins in tag team action. Should be a hoot. We then get this. Shida, it's a sit-down video, half of it's in subtitles. The other half she's just speaking English, because I was going to do the whole, Cammy's going to pop up and do this promo for her. But Shida's English is actually really good. So I could probably trust her to deliver this promo, at least half in, proper fluent English. But she says, Liv Morgan was nothing but an anchor. When I came to WWE, I had the grandiose debut. I was brought in, replacing Io Sky, the current women's world champion. Somewhere along the way, I lost myself, and Liv was there to pick me up. And don't make no mistakes about it, Liv was my friend. Liv was my partner. Liv helped me get accustomed to this new life in this country, and helped me find my feet here in a company that I was not established in. But somewhere along the way, something changed. Liv no longer looked at this as a mutual partnership. She no longer looked at this as a friendship. She looked at Liv for Battle as a way to platform herself. She wanted to, take her career to the next level and leave me behind. She was selfish. And she got the opportunity to wrestle Jade Cargill back at Holiday Hell for the Liberty Championship. And I couldn't see her in the glory. So I took her out. I wiped her out from behind with my trusty kendo stick. And I got the shot. And I came up short. All Liv cared about, she didn't care about how I did. She didn't care about me taking the Liberty Champion to the limit. She just wanted to make it all about herself. Okay? Out of the kindness of my heart, I told Liv, you're probably not fit to compete in the Royal Rumble. So I eliminated her from that match, for her own safety, her own health. and she took that personally. She got her Liberty Championship match in the end, and I won the chance to be in the Elimination Chamber. She took that personally. It's not because, she was offended. It was because she saw me taking her dreams away. When in reality, I was trying to keep her dreams intact because she'd have no dreams to achieve if she was rushing around like an idiot in a situation she wasn't cleared for. And now she's paid the price. Now there is no Liv Morgan to worry about. There's only me and my time. And I haven't got to feel bad about stepping on my friends' toes to get what I want now. Because all my friends are behind me. And I'm looking forward. Hikaru Shida, ECW, next champion, Julia, Florence. Whoever walks out of WrestleMania better watch out, because I've got nobody holding me back anymore, no anchor. The weight's been lifted off my shoulders. And damn, did it feel good. And Liv, message to my old best friend. It didn't have to be this way. And I truly hope that you can come back from this and try and find success on your own. But it won't be tied to mine. '77. Decent little tag team match here, actually. But of course, the GOATs, Joman, do defeat the Fritz brothers. Braun pins Kevin Fritz for Power Slam. 80 for Big Kev, 76 for David, 69 for both Joe Hendry and Braun Strowman. And yeah, a nice little win for Joman here, We don't have currently an outright challenger for the tag title, so who knows, maybe Joman could be in the running. That this close to WrestleMania, oh boy. Speaking of championships with no challengers, Mackenzie Mitchell's in the press room of ZSJ. Because ZSJ won a defense and won a match tonight against Cesaro, but, that's another great opportunity and a great challenger that you've now defeated for this championship. And he's like, yeah, all these dickheads are, coming at me thinking they can take me on. Have I not proven that I'm the greatest technical wrestler on the planet? Okay, because you get me in the ring for this championship, I'll either tap you out or I'll twist you into a knot and put your shoulders to the mat like a dickhead you are. But I think it's WrestleMania coming up, and it's quite weird that I've got no challenger for the biggest show of the year because I've beaten everybody in front of me. Say what you will, but I am, the greatest wrestler here on ECW. There ain't no mere mortal on this roster that can beat me, because I'm just better than everybody. Florence comes to the ring. And she cuts around, she's like, wow, so this is ECW. I see. Ever since this brand, was reformed last year, I always felt that it was a place for me. The ECW attitude we got going on around here always felt right at home with me. I always felt like I could become the champion and my true version of myself here on ECW. Don't get me wrong, I loved SmackDown. SmackDown really elevated my career to the next level. But now, I just needed a reason to show up on ECW. And that reason is your esteemed champion, Julia. The first ever ECW Women's Champion. And only, so far. Beating everybody in front of her. Can't deny that, one hell of a worker. Great talent, future of this division. Will one day be what Asuka is and what Io is for Japanese women's wrestlers in this country. But also, a manipulator and a backstabber. And a worm. And a woman who cost me my opportunity of being the Women's World Champion. Because she thought she could hide away on this show where I didn't live and reign as the ECW Women's Champion without me noticing. And then claim to be better than me because she was a champion I wasn't. Well, hun, I'm here now. And at WrestleMania, it's going to be me and you, 1A, 1B. We were joined at the hip. We were picked out as the two future stars of this women's division. And at WrestleMania, the future becomes the now. And we're going to find out who's got the chops to reign as this champion for the rest of this year. And Julia Hunt ain't going to be you. It's going to be me. This is my second opportunity. I'm not going to let this opportunity to become champion slide. Because I haven't got you there to cost me it. Because I've got you in front of me to beat for it. Out comes Chelsea Green. She goes, oh, pardon, I didn't realize we were on SmackDown right now. Hi, Chelsea Green. She offers her hands out for a handshake. Just like confusingly shakes her hand. She goes, I was listening to you yap on back there, and I hear a lot of things that, you make a lot of great points. But there's a lot of issues in your statement because Julia, you've pinpointed her as the face of this brand because she's the ECW champion, because she's only the ECW champion because she's not defended that championship against the Queen of Extreme, Chelsea Green. And if you think ECW is your new home, well then, the Queen of Extreme, that's me, hi, has to test you on how to be extreme, okay? Because this ain't gonna cut it. Julia will eat you alive if you bring this to her at WrestleMania. So if you want to get extreme, I can be your guide. Fran's like, well, I appreciate the offer, but I don't need a guide. Actually, I need an opponent. And if you want to be that, then next week, I can be as extreme as I want to be in this ring. But it'll be at your expense. Okay? Now, run along. So yeah, Florence, Chelsea Green, next week, here on ECW. Wait, no. Never mind, I forgot I booked this now. Because I originally had this and a Shida match on this show. I know I cut one of them. I cut the Shida match and not this one. Yes, but no, not next week. Now, tonight. Florence wins with a rain flow in 8:14. 82 for Florence, 50 for Chelsea Green. Yeah. 8-8 match for that is actually pretty good. But yes, Chelsea Green embarrassed by the Women's Rumble winner here tonight. We then get a quick backstage segment. Lyra Valkyria and Killer Kelly are chilling in the locker room. Lyra is defeated. She goes, I appreciate the tag team and the friendship here, Kelly, but the Elimination Chamber, that was in my home city. I could have been, winning the championship in your home country, that's the sort of thing you dream of. I came so close, and I failed. Now, Julia, she's obviously, the champion for a reason. It's not going to be easy to take the championship off her, but I just needed that one shot, and I blew it. Okay, he goes, well, it's, you didn't really blow it. It's, another time will come. He goes, yeah, you don't get it, okay? Because you've never wrestled in your hometown for the championship, okay? So, you don't know what I'm going through right now. Okay, it's like, okay, I get it. Let's just, relax, it's fine. I'm here to support you. And then Cora Jade walks in. She goes, oh, and you think that's bad? Guess what I've been through? And I was like, what? What could you possibly have been through, Cora? She goes, well, last week I was going to win that Battle Royal to get that spot in that Elimination Chamber. But then apparently Shida joins and she's never told me. Like, I didn't prepare for her, okay? I prepared to throw everybody else out, including Kelly here. Because, let's face it, she's not on my level. But then I got jumped by, a woman with an agenda against somebody else. And it's ridiculous. And quite frankly, I will speak to Heyman about it. Laura goes, well, if you want to fight next week, I'm looking for a fight. I'm in the mood for a fight now. Cora goes, oh, Bird Girl flapping her wings at me, cawing at me. Fine. See you next week. We then head back to the locker room. Florence comes out. Florence walks into her locker room. And there we just see Blair Davenport has been attacked and laid out. And Florence like, well, what the hell happened here? Who's this? I've been on ECW one day. I don't really want any drama here. So when Yoko Uehara walks up to her, Josh Joko of Ichiban, and she sort of just like pats Florence on the shoulder, just laughs at her, looks down at Blair, looks back at Florence, Let's go. Even. And then walks out. And Florence just shakes her head because, you know, she knows law. You know, specifically she knows Stardom law, but she also knows 2-year-old challenge run law. So, you know. Next week, we've got 2 matches announced for the show. And they're very different matches. The first, Matt Cardona and Kurt Hawkins will be in tag team action when they take on Terrell and Terrence Dudley, Devon Dudley's twin sons. You know, they called out the Dudley boys to get in the next generation of Dudley next week. Plus, following their backstage altercation just earlier on tonight, Lyra Valkyria and Cora Jade are going to go one-on-one on next week's episode of ECW. Should be a hoot. But then we also move on to, of course, the official graphic for WrestleMania, which will be the ECW Women's Championship on the line as the champion Julia faces off against the Women's Royal Rumble winner Florence for the ECW Championship in Philadelphia, you know, the ECW city, for the ECW Women's Championship. The grandest stage of them all, 39 days away. We then get a quick segment, you know, before the show, Ali and Cedric sat in the arena again. You know, as being champion, Cedric, you know, it's part of our obligations, not opportunity, to, you know, pick out the next challengers for these championships. And I don't know if you noticed, there's a little pay-per-view around the corner called WrestleMania. Me and you know, we go way back WrestleMania. Who could forget 2018, me and you on the kickoff, you know, opened everybody's eyes to what the Cruiserweight division could all be about. Here we are, 6 years later, doing the same thing with these belts. And Cedric goes, you know, there's a lot of great teams here on ECW. Got the Grizzled Young Vets, got the Grand Jury, got the Fritz Brothers. You got apparently Joman, got Andrade and Angel Garza, you got Ichiban. There's just too much talent. I can't pick out one tag team that I think deserves a shot at our belts at WrestleMania. No, and he goes, why would we have to settle on one, Cedric? With such talent and such a deep talent pool of tag teams here on ECW, I say we don't need one challenger, but not even 2, but 3. Over the next few weeks, the top tag teams will emerge from the pack, and whichever top 3 are the most equipped, we'll defend these championships at WrestleMania in a fatal 4-way tag team match. And we'll still come out on top because we are the heart and soul of this brand. Cedric goes, hey, I like the sound of that. So yeah, soft announcement, I guess, of a impending 4-way tag team match for the ECW Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. But we have no idea who's in it, other than Cedric and Ali. So, you know, there's not really anything to announce right now. 86. Roman Reigns wrestling on television for the ECW Championship. Bobby Lashley comes up short. Roman spears him in 13:41 to make defense number 2 of the ECW Championship. 91 for Bobby, 91 for Roman, 76 for Bobby. Lashley's title opportunity to completely, you know, blow kayfabe apart here. He had it on the off chance that he ended up getting the title match at WrestleMania. Like, there was a point, like, a couple of months ago, or like a month or so ago, where, like, I wasn't completely sold on the WrestleMania match. Because I had another match penciled in, rather than the championship match. Which you can probably work out what I'm talking about and dancing about saying. So, yeah, I was like, he's got that in the back pocket should he need it, but if not, he'll just use it on television. So, yeah, Lashley, he does have a planned match for WrestleMania, don't worry about him, but he won't be wrestling for the title on that show. Then after the match, Roman's celebrating, he's got these ones in the sky, when Jimmy Uso drops him with a super kick. To a mixed reaction, because we hate Jimmy, but we also don't like Roman. And he goes, you think I'd consider joining that bloodline, Uso? After everything you did to us? This ain't about me getting back at you, Uso. This is about me saving my brother. There's only one thing I want from you, Uso, and it ain't to be back in the bloodline. It's to be ECW champion. Boom. Jimmy has laid out he's not rejoining the Bloodline. That, my friends, is where this Bloodline story takes a 180 turn from the real life Bloodline story. Because everything in real life that they did with Jimmy up until that point was fine, and dare I say good. But why did he rejoin the Bloodline? Like, that's the ick. That's the ugh. But no, he's not. He didn't help Roman win. He just helped Jay lose. Is the takeaway. He still hates Roman, and I guess he wants to be champion. After all that shit he just talked about screwing Jay, he still wants to be champion. So maybe he's content with corrupting himself. The mind boggles, the brain of Jimmy Uso is a strange place to be. And that ends a half an hour episode of ECW, apparently, which is very long for ECW standards. But I promise you next week's won't be as exposition heavy, because we won't need the Jimmy Uso diatribe, we won't need the Hikaru Shida diatribe, and we won't need the Florence diatribe. It's fine. But yeah, so I'm as well as you for the show. Do let me know in the comments below. I'll see you next time for SmackDown, where we will hear from Queendom, I guess, and The Rock, and not CM Punk. He's not here. But we will hear from the new World Heavyweight Champion, Swerve Scott. See you then.